Hello everyone, my name is Achyutha Gawrav and I am currently pursuing my Masters in Computer Application from the Department of Studies in Computer Science at Manasangoti, Mysore. In this video, I am going to give a brief introduction of an IT company called Microsoft Corporation and the artificial intelligence field research they are doing in present day. Before I jump straight into the presentation, I'd like to mention a few topics I'm going to cover in this video. These include mission, history, corporate affairs, interest and subsidiaries, products and services, artificial intelligence research and projects, financial status, SWOT analysis, latest news of this company. The mission of Microsoft is to empower every person and organization in this world to achieve more in their life. The history of Microsoft begins as the brainchild of Bill Gates and Paul Allen, who established Microsoft on April 4th, 1975, with Bill Gates as the CEO. The name Microsoft was chosen because it was a short form of microcomputer software. Microsoft entered the operating system business in 1980 with its own version of a Unix operating system called Xenix. It was a command-based operating system. With the advent of MS-DOS, that was a graphical user interface based operating system, Microsoft eventually became the leading operating system vendor in the whole world. This is the evolution of Windows logo from its inception in 1975 till 2021. The first iteration of Microsoft was in 1975, where the latest version of the Microsoft logo was produced on August 23 of 2012. Evolution of operating system. The Windows first publicly available version was Windows 1.0, that was on November 20, 1985, followed by Windows 2.0 in 1987, that was followed by Windows 3.0 in 1990, and so on till Windows 11 that was currently released just a few weeks ago. Coming to the corporate affairs of Microsoft Corporation, the company is run by a board of directors that are made up of mostly company outsiders, as it is the norm for publicly traded companies. These board members are elected every year at the annual shareholders meeting using a majority vote system by the governance and the nominating committee of the board of directors. There are a total of 4 companies within the board that oversees all the specific matters relating to the company. These include the audit committee, which handles the accounting issues, the compensation committee, which approves the compensation for the CEO and all the other employees of the company, the governance and the nominating committee, which handles all the corporate matters including the nomination of the board members, the regulatory and public policy committee, which handles all the legal, privacy, digital safety, artificial intelligence and environmental sustainability matters. These are the current board members. These were elected last year on July 2020. These may be changed in the upcoming election this month. Coming to the interests of Microsoft Corporation, these include software development, computer hardware, consumer electronics, social networking services, cloud computing, video game services, internet services, corporate venture capital services. There are 3 major subsidiaries of Microsoft Corporation. These include LinkedIn, Skype and GitHub. All these 3 are previous acquisition of Microsoft Corporation. Coming to the services provided by Microsoft Corporation, these include Azure, Bing, LinkedIn, Yammer, MSDN, Office 365, OneDrive, GitHub, Outlook.com, TechNet, Microsoft Store, Cortana, Xbox Game Pass, and Xbox Network. The products released by Microsoft include Windows operating system, Office Suite, Windows servers, Skype, Visual Studio, artificial intelligence, Xbox, Surface and mobile devices. Coming to the artificial intelligence research conducted by Microsoft, a leading competitor in the field of artificial intelligence, Microsoft has divided artificial intelligence research into 5 major components. That is artificial intelligence for Earth, artificial intelligence for health, artificial intelligence for accessibility, artificial intelligence for humanitarian action, and artificial intelligence for cultural heritage. Let's see each topic one by one. Artificial intelligence for Earth includes putting AI technology and cloud software in the hands of those working to solve global environmental issues. You can also be provided a grant by Microsoft to support projects for environmental challenges and their solutions. There is also a planetary computer that contains petabytes of data collecting from all around the world into a single cloud system. You can access this planetary computer by requesting access by Microsoft. I have included a link in the description for those who are interested in this concept. Coming to AI for health. AI for health uses AI technology to empower researchers and organizations with AI and cloud computing technology to make more research and improve the health of people and communities around the world by making new innovations each day. Coming to AI for accessibility, this is committed to providing global independence and inclusion in society in 4 areas of focus: home, community, education, and employment for those with disabilities such as low vision or paralysis, etc. There is a new version of Seeing AI which allows people with low vision to accurately see the world around them. AI for humanitarian action. This is mainly used by partners with such as NGOs and other humanitarian organizations working to support disaster response, refugees, poverty, displaced persons, human rights, and the needs of women and citizens. This includes a humanitarian OpenStreetMap team called codenamed as HOT to provide mapping of areas vulnerable to natural disasters and poverty, enabling NGOs and other humanitarian organizations to respond more quickly and effectively after certain disasters such as flooding, etc. AI for cultural heritage. This is to empower people and organizations dedicated to preservation of cultural heritage. Now let's see some other AI-based projects available for use in public from Microsoft Corporation. These include Microsoft Tay, Microsoft Zoo, Cortana, and Maya. Out of these four, Microsoft Tay and Zoo are chatbots built for social networking services such as Twitter, and Cortana is a virtual assistant pre-built on most Windows products such as Windows operating system, Windows mobile devices, etc. But it has been discontinued from 2021, so you may not get to see it nowadays. But it is possible if you have a device manufactured by Microsoft that was manufactured before 2021, you can still get to use it then. Maya is an AI-based chess engine that uses the concept of artificial intelligence to predict the moves of a player before the player has even think of the move. Maya is the only one of these four projects that are available for use and download in public. Maya has been stored in a GitHub repository for the link for which I have been including in the description below. If you want, you can download and play it by yourself using Python software or some other software that can be used to play the game. Now coming to Tay. Microsoft Tay was a chat box built using artificial intelligence concept and was left mostly open by its developers. This was in order to for the AI chat box to develop on its own and learn from the tweets of Twitter. But this feature was exploited by some internet trolls on Twitter who just spammed it with hundreds and thousands of hate messages and vulgar messages, which the AI then interpreted and understood it in its own way and started messaging it to other users by hundreds and thousands. In just 24 hours, it tweeted over 190,000 tweets, including about 95% of it was hate messages and vulgar messages for various religions, communities, etc. Microsoft was forced to shut it down within 24 hours due to the public outrage of the concept of AI insulting them using various tweets. And it was remained shut ever since then. The next iteration was Microsoft Zoo. It was a chatbot built similarly in concept of Tay, but in the form of an adolescent teenager. This is a typical screenshot of a conversation with Zoo. The next was Cortana. Cortana was a virtual assistant that was pre-built in almost all of the Windows products. It was a virtual assistant that was capable of providing small scale services along with internet access to other major features. It was removed from all the models from 2021. It is still available on models that was managed before 2021. Maya is a neural network engine that is using the concept of artificial intelligence to capture human decision and provide a unique playing style in chess. It is an artificial intelligence game based on the concept of artificial intelligence that predicts the move of a user as the user creates his own moves. This is an open-ended project and it is available on GitHub repository for public use. I have included a link in the description for those interested on including this project in their AI projects presentation. Coming to the final status of Microsoft Corporation, the Microsoft Corporation has roughly $400 billion in revenue as of 2020 and the net income is around $200 billion. The total employees as of 2020 is around 100,000 employees plus other employees around the world that work in franchises and other legal areas. From its inception in 2005 to 2021, it has seen a massive peak in the number of users, the number of revenue, the number of employees, and the total income, along with the assets, including the revenue of the company. Coming to the SWOT analysis of Microsoft, it is an analysis of the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of the company. So it is called as a SWOT analysis. The strengths of Microsoft Corporation include the Windows brand loyalty, the brand value, access to company hardware, computer hardware companies such as Nvidia, Intel, etc. Founder of a new age, as it was the first major company to provide a graphical user interface based operating system. Tech creations such as Visual Studio, GitHub, etc. Tech acquisitions such as Skype, LinkedIn, along with humble and sympathetic leaders such as Satya Nadella, Bill Gates, etc. The weaknesses of Microsoft Corporation include not successful acquisitions such as Enquantia, etc. It also lacks innovation in major areas such as in gaming centers, which it is mostly based off user community. It is also not the number one company in the whole world with major competitors such as Apple, Unix, etc. It is also mostly dependent on hardware companies such as HCL, Dell, HP, Intel, Nvidia, etc. The opportunities for Microsoft include hardware potential to create its own hardware for its devices. It is starting to develop its own hardware products such as Surface Pro laptops, etc. It is also big enough to buy out its competitors such as HCL, Apple, etc. It has also not any common controversies, but it has controversies such as complaints by women, toxic behavior by men at the companies. It has also certain artificial intelligence advantage in the field of artificial intelligence. Also, in the recent time, due to COVID-19, it has improved its sales across the world. Threats include controversies, including complaints by women at the workplace, toxic behavior by seniors, unbeatable competitors such as Apple, Unix operating system, etc. Shifting preference of users from Microsoft to Apple due to its increased security and pirated services. Most importantly is pirate services, as most software in India, almost 90% is based on pirate services. Those before 2010 are the only original software purchased by the users. Most of the products available in the market are included or pirate services. The latest news coming from Microsoft is due to health issues regarding COVID-19 pandemic, it has closed all of its retail stores indefinitely. In July 31st, 2020, it was reported that Microsoft was in talks with to acquire TikTok from ByteDance in order to create its own chat box and social networking service. Microsoft announced in September 21st, 2020 to acquire ZeniMax Max Media for about $7.5 billion. On March 9, 2021, it was finally acquisition by Microsoft, and ZeniMax Media became a part of Microsoft Xbox Game Studios. On September 2020, Microsoft announced it has an exclusive license to use Open API's GPT-3 artificial intelligence language generator. It was a huge gain for Microsoft in the field of artificial intelligence. Till date in 2021, Microsoft valuation has come around $2 trillion as of today. The references in this presentation include from Microsoft homepage, Twitter official homepage, and Wikipedia. This is all for this video. Thank you and for watching till the end.